Hey guys, Nova Joe here, and today I come to you with a review for Earth Defense Force 4.1 Wing Diver the Shooter. I promised this to you a few weeks back, and I want to deliver on that. And so here I go explaining this game. EDF 4.1 Wing Diver the Shooter is exactly what its title says. It's a shooter. It's a top-down shooter where you go from the beginning of a stage to the end of a stage in a very linear fashion. The game moves for you. You just shoot the enemies in between. Now, where this differs from other shooters is that this is an Earth Defense Force game. And in an Earth Defense Force game, as many of you know, you have a whole bunch of weapons to choose from. Well, this game doesn't let you down. The only thing is that you only play as one character in this game, and that is the Wing Diver. So those of you who are Wing Diver fans, you're going to enjoy this because there are numerous weapons for the Wing Diver to use, and they're all weapons from 4.1. Now, also one thing to mention is that you can also change the color of your Wing Diver. You can change, just like in EDF 4.1 the game, you can go in and change the coloring of her. You can pick up to 2 different weapons to take into battle. And then here's where a lot of you are going to be disappointed, but just hang with me and I'll explain why this game is not as much of a disappointment as some would think. EDF fans, you know that we get numerous missions. Well, in this EDF game you get 6 missions, and each mission takes about 5 minutes to beat, but each mission has 5 difficulties, just like any EDF game. You got easy all the way through Inferno, with you collecting weapons and armor throughout, and within those levels you will collect weapons based on the difficulty that you choose, just like any EDF game. Well, here's where this game redeems itself somewhat. When you complete the original 6 missions, which, by the way, do end in a boss battle, and it's bosses that you know. You will be fighting the giant Ratari, you will be fighting the Urginus, you'll be fighting the giant mothership, the Death Queen. So all the big major boss creatures from 4.1 that we're used to seeing, you will see here and you will fight here. And once you do beat every single mission on Inferno, you will unlock Secret Mode. And Secret Mode is all 6 missions again. Well, as you can see here, I don't have the 6th one unlocked yet because I got to beat the 5th one. But you will unlock all 6 missions again, this time with alterations to the enemies. As for those of you who remember the DLC packs for 4.1, the enemies change colors. You begin to have like pink bees, and you would have just a stronger enemy types. Well, that's what this does, is it takes those enemies, it replaces them. They now you are represented by a different color, and you got your, like what we remember from 4.1, you had the silver spiders. Well, the silver armored spiders are here. The pink, more health infused bees are here, and so you will be fighting against them, and they have enhanced attacks. So the best way for me to show this to you is just to let you see the game in action, both in the singular missions, the original regular missions, as well as the extra secret missions. So let's take a look at those. Alright, this is mission 1, playing through on the standard difficulty here, and like any typical shooter, you're on rails. So you have the freedom to move left, right, up and down, but the screen actually moves for you, and you, like I mentioned earlier, you have the ability to select 2 weapons, and you try to stay alive. So you have at your disposal, using the L2 button, the ability to boost dash, and that does use up some of your meter. So you have to be careful, because you have to watch your meter because it uses not only your weapons not only use it, but your boost uses it. At the middle of each level, through all 6 levels, you have this little quick event here where you try to kill as many bugs as possible. And if you achieve the 200, 300, or 400 kills that are listed there, you will accumulate a small health pack, a large health pack, and then a weapon. So taking the right weapons into the battle is key here, because there's numerous times I've gone in, took the wrong weapon, and did not achieve the maximum 400 kill count. So as you can see here, I missed it by just a hair. So all I'm going to get is the small health and the large health. Something else that is greatly different from EDF games that we're used to is that the armor and the weapons are not random. Within each mission, there are certain insects that will drop armor and certain ones that will drop weapons. That does not change, and health as well. That does not change from gameplay to gameplay. So if you play it one time or you play it 100 times, the exact same ant or spider or bee that gave you armor or health or a weapon before will be the exact same ones to give you armor, health, or a weapon again. So there is no randomness to it, to the drops. You're going to get one of them if you kill that bug every single time. So there's a bug right there in the middle. He drops health every time I kill him. So, and as you can see here, I'm blasting through spiders now. Well, there's a spider in here that will drop a weapon, and that spider will drop that weapon every single time. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you know that you're looking for a certain weapon or something like that, pick a mission that you know will give you the most weapons. So here we are at our first boss, the Ratari. And each boss usually has about 3 stages to it. You have to deplete their health for the first stage to end, and then go into the second stage. And as you can see here, I'm pretty much decimating this Ratari. So there's the first stage. Going into the second. And you're going to learn that your boost makes you invincible. And so when you're getting bombarded with their attacks, use boost at the right time and it can save your life. Now we're into the final stage here. And this is where we're finishing up the mission. Just a few more shots. I'm playing on Inferno right here, guys. But I also have some of the best weapons in the game. And so I just destroyed this Ratari. And once the mission ends, it does just like you would expect from an EDF game. It gives you a tally of your boxes, and it gives you a tally of your weapons. And something that they've done with this game that's kind of similar to EDF 5 is that even if you do fail this mission, you get to keep your armor. You don't get to keep your weapons, but you do get to keep your armor. Alright, now we're taking a look at one of the secret missions here. And as you can see, we got gold ants coming at us, and we've got green and pink orbs of fire being shot at us. That's not something that you see when you're playing through the standard levels like I was earlier. So this is what the secret missions are like. They're tougher. You've got a lot more coming at you. It's a lot harder to stay alive. But the perks are that you get better weapons, and you'll get some of the best weapons in the game as you take on these secret missions. And what's nice, not only for the secret missions, but also for the standard missions, is that as you're playing through them, when you reach that halfway point, like I mentioned earlier, where you have to try to get to 200 to 400 kills, at that point it creates like a little checkpoint, which, as you can see here, I'm at that halfway point again. So if you beat the halfway point, it creates a checkpoint. And then if you make it to the end of the level, to the boss, it creates a third checkpoint. Well, if you die like I just did here, you can choose to begin the mission again at that checkpoint. So you can either pick the beginning checkpoint, or you can pick the middle or the end. So it's a choice for you to make. So as you can see here, I started the mission over again because I did not beat that middle checkpoint. But once you do beat it, like I said, you can pick beginning, middle, or end, wherever you want to. And when you complete the mission, even by doing that, you'll still get the achievement for it. So that's a nice little perk, nice little bonus. Alright guys, now that you've seen the game in action, it's time for you to make a decision. This game is $39.99 on the PlayStation Network Japanese site, and I have to say guys, I originally was disappointed because of there only being 6 missions. Granted, there are 6 secret missions. It's the same missions, just with enhanced enemies, which gives you a grand total of 12 missions. And while that is still very minor compared to what we're used to in an Earth Defense Force game, that's pretty normal for a shooter game. And this game, while only having technically 6 missions and 6 of them just enhanced, I have found myself enjoying every minute of it. I have played through the missions numerous times, striving to find all those elusive weapons, just so I can see how cool they are in the game. So I've had a lot of fun with it, and I feel that I've got my money's worth out of it. So everybody's mileage will vary with this game. So if you're a shooter fan, and you don't mind spending $40 for a game that can be beat in 30 minutes, but does have the longevity of trying to get all those weapons, then this game's probably for you. If you're an EDF fan who just needs some more EDF, then I recommend this game to you as well. But if this just doesn't seem to be your type of game, I can get it. I get it. $40 for a shooter, that's quite a bit. But I've enjoyed it. So, well, there you have it, guys. That's my 2 cents on it. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you back for my next video. So as always, guys, take care, God bless, and keep on gaming.